Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the big show. I'm your host, Jerk, and how is everybody doing? It's the third week of the campaign, and doesn't that mean there is another patch right around the corner? Just like I will need a patch to fit into my suit after Thanksgiving. One of the dinner guests was telling me the recipe for their French onion mashed potatoes, and I've got to say, it sounded good because I love to eat. I am so ready. This is my favorite time of year. But speaking of potatoes, let's get today's guest out here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the premium tier 5 German cruiser, technically? Give it up for Graf Spee. Yes, the Graf Spee. Did you just say Spee, Jerk? You had better believe it. Well, this one comes with a fancy pants camo. It is exactly the same outside of that. Or I guess there could be a bureau project in the future that requires this one over the other. I love it when Ouija does that sort of stuff. But that would also require there to be a project in the bureau, of which mine has sat empty for nearly 3 or 4 months now. Surely there will be something soon, right? Anyway, the Graf Spee. This is a ship I have long wanted but could never justify spending money on. So instead, we started a show and hired the best damn crew in the business to run it, and after a few months, Ouija was all too happy to give me free stuff. So I finally got it, and now I get what all the rage is about. You've got the 283mm guns that overmatch most cruisers of equal tier or less. You've got German hydro torps and a heel at tier 5. Truly a unique boat, and when decked out in black leather and put into a match full of cruisers like this one, well, we have such sights to show you. And speaking of, who are our Cenobites on this ship? Looks like it is Carl von Pinhead with Butterball and Chatterbox. So let's get to this match. We're once again in the very exotic locale of Sea Fortune. And I got the B spawn, and B spawn is best spawn for broadsides, as that Fiji found out. This spot right here, this is probably one of the best spots you can have on this map. I like it for battleships, and I like it for heavy cruisers, especially radar cruisers, because you will inevitably get to shoot at every city sheriff and every red boat in the game, should you want to. And when you don't just give up the middle like everyone likes to, you get to catch people in positions they aren't used to dealing with. Right here, I am going to try and help my team with the Kiev, but those old Duke boys, they've got it, so I'm going to start working myself into a crossfire position, centrally located still, but a bit more to the east from here, because we can see where the red team is. They are still fairly centrally located, so we want to get boats on each side capable of shooting them. Now, you all know that the Dallas is a light cruiser, and many of the U.S. light cruisers are invincible, right? Well, that's what they would have you believe, but check out what we can do with these 283s on an angled Dallas. Not too shabby. And I go ahead and put those torps down just in case that cowering Weimar should choose to come out. But we will see how they choose to play that ship. Check out this view. It's almost exotic. It looks like the Azores, but I'm not actually going on a scenic journey at the moment because of the beauty. It's just that I expected the Weimar to come out and, set me aflame with napalm? But this isn't your typical Weimar. This one is a pacifist. I mean, they must be, because they can't possibly be shooting anything from where they are right now. So, namaste, friendo. That being said, there is an Aoba out there in the open, so I'll take shots at that when I can. And then I'm going to turn back in to work this center island, because at some point, that Weimar is going to come out right? Right? Either way, from this center position, I might be able to catch some broadsides heading into A as well. But for all the fun this ship offers, it still must struggle with a German dispersion as we completely missed the Nuremberg, and now we will take a shot at this Exeter. Ooh, an Exeter B, also available in your Black Friday crates. But with this German dispersion, this is a full accuracy build, but I guess you have to be willing to give up something to balance out all the goodies that you get. It's like a permanent form of Lent. Do we even hit anything there? I don't know. You have all seen me do it numerous times, but it is worth reminding everyone, even if you can't shoot the enemy, when they're spotted, you're going to want to take a look. Even if you can't touch. Because knowing their health is good information to have and will allow you to plan accordingly. Now, not so long ago, there was a comment asking how far ahead I usually plan my moves, and I would say it's not necessarily a set plan or a certain number of steps. It is more a series of if-thans. And I prefer to think of it more as a sense of time. For example, we need to cap C right now, but if I could severely cripple one of these ships before heading in there, then I will, because we're not that pressed for time yet. So I have backed that thing up, and I'm going to take a nice shot at this Exeter, but they are, I think, messing with the throttle, or maybe I just didn't get lucky because we don't really get too much there. And at this point, it is time for me to reposition because the Weimar has come out. And I don't want to give them a broadside. But again, you have to remember, this is a pacifist Weimar, but you never expect that to actually be the case. So I'm going to angle out because we all know that Weimar has a nasty AP. And it has the 25mm bow, which I cannot overmatch. But hold on a second. Over the hill, through the woods, to Nuremberg's house we go. Booyakasha. That is our third ship sunk. So now, where is this Weimar? They've got their plane up to keep me spotted, and I keep thinking at any moment they are going to come barreling around this corner to wreck me. But what are they doing in there? Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop the kids off at the pool here, just in case they do decide to come at me, bro, but they aren't. They're reversing? Huh. Well, I guess that just goes to show that ultimately it comes down to who is controlling the boat and not so much the ship itself. So, since our teammates aren't going to do it, I am going to push into the sea cap now. And I'm doing this so I will have the center line. I'll have a teammate to the north, I'll have one to the south, and that pretty much sets up a triangle of doom. The red boats simply won't be able to angle to everyone, and it gives me the added benefit of having access to whatever ships come strolling through from A to B in a single file line like a bunch of ants, because that's what always happens, isn't it? So, while this is strategically sound, I would not say that it is entirely non-self motivated, because there are 3 ships left. I only need 2. So I want to get to a place where I will most likely be able to secure 2. And this Weimar will now be giving me the broadside. So as we come around this side, I'm going to go ahead and line up shots for it. Now, it does have that turtle back, but I don't know about at this range with these guns if we can citadel it, but we should be able to get full pins either way. And let's line this up. Yeah, okay, so now there are only 2 ships left, so I have to sink both of these. It's a decent hit, but you know what? It's not that citadel shot we were looking for. And somebody just took a shot at me right there, too. So they are headed this way. I know whoever is left is going to be coming through that center. And I get that shot off, and we're going to go ahead and get our 4th ship sunk. And then we're just waiting for who's coming. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? other than these fish. Okay, it is an Exeter, and I, for whatever reason, had convinced myself this was the Graf Spee coming through there, so I was kind of angling with that in mind, but, you know, it is not. So I went ahead and put those torpedoes down because I figured they were going to, you know, come at me, bro. But they, too, are playing quite passively, and I mean, I did get a very solid hit on them, and I was thinking, you know what? What's it going to take for me to be able to sink this ship? Our Exeter B is most likely going to wreck them. We can look at them and see the line they're running. They're going straight in there. So they're going to have to somehow flub their torpedo shot. And the other ship will have to, for whatever reason, come forward for me to be able to get this. And it's almost like it is scripted. So let's see what happens. There goes the Exeter's torpedoes. They miss all of them but one. The Red Exeter sinks ours. I'm the only ship with an angle to shoot this, and there we go. Kraken 336 in the Graf Spee. Okay, so this scoreboard says 2,716 XP for a good game. Not a ton of damage, but that's to be expected when there's just so many cruisers out there. And a GG to everyone involved, and that's gonna wrap it up for this one. If you like your ships clad in leather and lace, then give this video a like. If you prefer historical camo only, hit dislike. Questions, comments, incantations I can mutter before I open my Black Friday crate in hopes of getting Black Mass back, leave them down below, and if you'd like to enter for a chance to win the ability to see the next video, you can do so by hitting subscribe, void where prohibited. Thanks for watching, folks. I will get back out there for another one soon, and we will talk then.